Hey, Toy Collectible fans, Fly Guy for TekSushi.com. Riddle me this. Who actually makes good toys in Mattel? Well, Mattel do. They actually made some good figures. Batman, 1960s classics. We're moving on with the review range. This time it's the Riddler. So Robin's joke there this time is, holy smokes, skywriting. Each pack's unique, which is pretty cool, so a nice little touch. These are just about 6 inches tall figures from the classic 1960s show. There's the Riddler in the package there, looking very, very cool. I do like these a lot. And the nice kind of pow and kapow and bam and all that kind of stuff on the front of the packaging just adds to that nice touch and that kitschy touch from that show. There's some Mattel logos and the Batman signal at the bottom, and on the side of it you get a little hint of what the collector card will be, which we'll show you shortly. There's a stand inside this also. On the back of the packaging, there's some text about the Riddler if you want to freeze it and read it. But pretty basic stuff. We get some nice cartoon imagery of the Riddler there. And as it says, same time, same back channel, there's all the other figures in the range that we're reviewing, and we've got them all to review, so stay tuned. This is a rather cool figure. Before we do that, we'll show you the next in the stands that come with the figure. So we've had Bam and Kapow, or sorry, Bam and Pow or something. This time it's Kapow, so a nice kind of purple base on it. Got a groove there for a card to go in that, which makes up the diorama. I'll show you that. So on one side, you get a rendition of the Joker, the 1960s actor from the TV movie. And on the back of it, we get this part of the back computer diorama. Each card is part of the Batcave. And that's all of the figures in this set, including Surf's Up Batman, you'll need to complete that diorama if you want it. The figure itself, there we go, is he's just excellent. He looks really on the money. So great paintwork on this. The sculpting's pretty good too. I'm quite impressed with that. I mean, it's not not intended to be incredibly detailed, but it's I think for the scale, it's actually done quite a good job and competes fairly reasonably with Marvel Legends and whatnot, I think. But good sculpting on the face. Love the green. It just absolutely pops off. It's a really strong, bright green. And of course, the Riddler's logo is just about everywhere you can imagine on him. A little bit darker green. You can see it on that different piece of plastic. But there's more of the Riddler. It's not quite as strong as that. I can see on the camera it's really popping off the greens there. But it's not quite as bad in outside of the light here underneath here. But you can see the Riddler's logos all the way down his legs, and darker green for his little slip-on shoes that he's got. Typical kitschy 1960s show. So he's very, very cool. Figure the sculpting's pretty simple and basic, but again, paintwork is very much on the money. Looks the part. There's some nice quality colouring overall. It's all one solid colour. There's no real weathering as such, although you do see slight differences in the plastic for the different limbs, but that's it. In terms of articulation on him, he's got a rotating and forwards and backwards moving head. We can't quite get under there to see what it is, but I think it's on a joint, but very simple kind of movements. The arms, you can see there, have a ball joint with a hinge on them, so that's pretty fluid and flexible. Got a swivel bicep on there too, ball joint with a hinge at the elbows, and he's got swivel wrists. You can see the ab crunch that he's got there, so plenty of movement in that. And the figure moves and rotates at the waist. He's got these very crazy kind of ball-jointed hips, so you've got all this kind of movement moving around there, so there's plenty of different movement, very, very flexible. A little weird the way it's cut, but it still does the job. You've also got the top of the thighs, or the bottom of the thighs, there's a swivel joint there, and at the knees, and down at the ankles, there is a swivel joint too. So plenty of movement on this guy. He can really get into some kind of crazy poses. So good figures. I like these. I'm very, very impressed. As I said, I got them from DorkSideToys.com. There's a link underneath, just directly under there if you want to go and buy these. Love to know your thoughts on these. What do you think about them? Is Riddler one you want to collect, or do you like this line if you haven't seen the other reviews? Please let us know. Love to hear your comments and thoughts on Batman. Like it, love it, hate it. Let us know. It'd be good to hear you. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't. Either way, it's good to get some feedback and know. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Lots of these reviews will come straight to your inbox. We'll get some social links below, as I mentioned. But also you can join us on our Star Wars channel, Fly Guy, and over 700 videos on there of Star Wars, Lego reviews, and so forth and so on. So check us out there too. That's it. Same time, same bat channel. Another figure review of Batman coming up. Cheers.